everyone, welcome back to the Reading Club. Today we're going to read chapter 2 of Jonathan Swift Gulliver Travels novel. In the last video, we read chapter 1, and if you have not seen that video, make sure to check it out, or else you're not going to have a full idea of what is happening in the video. So let's start today's reading. My life in Lilliput. Lilliput. Freedom, war with Blifisoo. Escape to Blifisoo, I return to England. People in Lilliput seemed more friendly now. Boys and girls played in my hair and they called me Man Mountain. The horses weren't scared of me now. People enjoyed coming to see me. I became a tourist attraction. One day, the emperor asked me to stand up with my feet apart. He then told his soldiers to march under me. Everyone enjoyed the parade. Now I will give you your freedom, the emperor said. But there are some rules. In fact, there are 9 rules. If you agree, you will be free. The emperor gave me a piece of paper. Rules. So what's actually happening here is that the emperor said that I will give you freedom, but there are some rules. So here's some rules that were written on the piece of paper that the emperor gave to Man Mountain. Rules. The Man Mountain must not leave Lilliput without permission. He must not come into the city without permission. He must stay on the roads. He must be careful. Our people are very small. He must carry urgent messages for the emperor. He must help us in our war with Blifisoo. He must help us build new houses. He must make a map of our country. He can have food and drink to 1,724 Lilliputians. I had no problem with the rules. I asked my friend about the calculation for food and drink. The best mathematicians in the country decided this. He said, your volume is therefore 12 cube. As you know, 12 cube is equals to 1,724. Well, 12 cube means 12 multiplied 3 times. So that is equals to 174. Okay? I checked the mathematicians. 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 12 is equals to 174. You are very clever people, I asked, and very good economics. About 2 weeks later, I had a visitor. His name was Reldrisal, and he was an important man. He sat in my hand and we talked. He told me about some of the problems in Lilliput. He was worried about political differences. He was also worried about the war with Blifisoo. The biggest problem, he said, is eggs. Eggs? I asked in surprise. Yes, eggs. Big Edians and little Edians. I was confused. What are big Edians and little Edians? Everyone in Lilliput had boiled eggs for breakfast. In the past, everyone cut their boiled egg and the big end. They were big Edians. Then an emperor cut his finger. He made a law. Everyone had to cut their boiled eggs at the little end. We became little Edians. Some people changed, but other people didn't. There were protests. Some big aliens left Lilliputs. Today, there are still problems. The Emperor of Blefuscu helps big aliens, so we are at war with Blefuscu about eggs. And now, let's read the meanings. Scared, afraid, apart, at a distance, to march, to walk like a soldier. Parade, when people walk in a big group. Permission, this says you can do something. Law, an official rule. Let's move on to the next page. Can I help? I asked. I hope so, replied Reldistral sadly. The Emperor of Blefuscu has a lot of ships. He has more than us, and the ships are ready to attack us. Let me speak to the Emperor, I said. I had an idea. The Emperor of Blefuscu is very near to Lilliput. The channel between the two countries is less than a mile wide, and the water is not very deep. Before I went to see the Emperor, I went to the beach. I looked at Blefuscu's ships through my pocket telescope. There were about 50 ships. I went quickly to the palace. I told the Emperor my idea, and he was very happy indeed. I went home to prepare some small ropes. The next morning, I had to I had I went to the shore. I took off my coat and my shoes and swam across the channel. When I got near to the Emperor of Blefuscu's ships, his soldiers were scared. Some of them jumped into the water. Some of them fired arrows at me, and I was worried about my eyes. He was worried about his eyes because he was worried that the arrows would go in his eyes and his eyes would get damaged. Then I remembered my glasses and I put them on. He put his glasses on because to have safety from the arrows. My job was very easy. I put ropes on of all the Blefuscu's Emperor of Blefuscu's ships, and I pulled them across the channel of Lilliput. The Emperor of Lilliput was very happy. He gave me a special reward. I was a Nordak, like a lord, their reader. The Emperor was so happy that he decided to send me to Blefuscu again. You can kill all the big aliens, he said. Everyone will cut their eggs from the little end. Everyone in the world. I will be the Emperor of the world. Whole world. No, that's not right, I shouted. I can't help you. I don't want to kill people. I don't want to kill people because of eggs. The Emperor was surprised, and then he was angry. Don't trust me. Don't trust the Emperor, my friend, said later that evening. Some of the Emperor's friends are angry with you. You're a Nordak, and they want to be Nordaks. They will say bad things about you. The Emperor will change. I'll be very careful. You can always trust emperors. You can't always trust emperors, I said. A few weeks later, the most important Blefuscans came to Lilliput. We must end the war, they said to the emperor. We don't want to fight anymore. It's time for us to be friends. The Emperor of Lilliput said yes. The Emperor of Blefuscu had to pay a lot of money, but the war was over. There was a big dinner to celebrate the end of the war. At the dinner, I met the Emperor of Blifsu. I liked him and I talked to him for a long time. I was lucky. He was very important to me later. Now that I was an Ardek, life was different. I didn't build houses now. I had time to find out more about Lilliput. I talked to a lot of people. Writing is not from the left. Sorry, I missed a line. I talked to a lot of people and I learned to write Lilliputian. This was very difficult. Lilliputian writing is not from the left to the right. Like the Europeans, it is not from the right to the left, like Arabic writers. It's diagonal from one corner to the other corner of the paper. There are many of other differences. For example, Lilliputians believe that the earth is flat. That is obviously not true. They also have some very strict laws. I lived very well in Lilliput. I had 300 cooks, 20 waiters, and lots of other servants. People began to talk. They said I was very expensive. Many of the emperor's friends were, let's read the meanings, to attack, to be violent to someone. Channel, here, water, mile, 1.609 kilometers. Reward, a gift to say well done. Whole completes all. Flat, level, not round. Strict, strong, hard. Servant, someone who works in someone else's home. Now, flat means that a flat surface, like this table, is a flat surface. And if you look at the earth, it is round. It's like a perfect circle. Let's. Many of the emperor's friends were angry with me. They began to talk to the emperor. My friend was right. The emperor of Lilliputian began to change. He didn't want to fight for us, one said. He talked to the emperor of Blifsu, said another. He wants to live in Blifsu, said the third man. Oh no, you're right, said the emperor. He will fight against us. We must kill him. Later that night, my good friend came to see me. You must leave Lilliput, he said. I know, I answered. It's too dangerous for me here. We made a plan. That night, I said goodbye to my Lilliputian friend. I swam to Bliffisu. I took a ship and put my things in it. I pulled the ship across the channel with me. The people of Bliffisu were very pleased to see me. They sent a message to the Emperor of Bliffisu almost immediately. The Emperor and his wife arrived at the shore. The people of Bliffisu were not scared of me. The Emperor was very kind to me, but there was one problem. 3 days later, after my arrival, I went for a walk. I went to the northeast of the island. I saw something in the sea. Was it a boat? I took off my coat and shoes and swam to it. It was a boat, an empty boat, and it was my size. I swam back to the shore and went immediately to the city. I asked for a meeting with the emperor. He was very happy to see me. Your Majesty, I began. I need your help. I will help you if I can, he answered. Your Majesty, a term used to address as a king. Okay, now let's move on to the next page. Thank you, Your Majesty. I need 20 ships and 3,000 men. The emperor was surprised. Why? This, there is a large boat in the sea in the northeast. I need your help to bring it here. I can use the boat to return to my country. The emperor was very kind. He gave me the ships and the men. We brought the boat back to Blifusil. Before I left, the emperor received a letter from Lilliput. The emperor of Lilliput was very, very angry. Send the man mountain back to Lilliput, he wrote. The emperor of Blifusil sent the letter back. I am very sorry, he wrote, but I cannot send him back to you. The man mountain is very kind. He is peaceful. He is a peaceful man. He stopped the war between us. The emperor showed me his letter and asked me to stay in Blifusil. I will protect you, he said. No, I must leave, I answered. The emperor helped me. He gave me food and drinks for the journey. He also gave me some money. I took some of the little animals to show the people at home. I wanted to take some of the little men with me, but the emperor said no. On, on 24th September 1701, at 6 in the morning, I left Blifusil. My journey was very comfortable, and the first day the weather was good. I stopped near a small island. I slept for a few hours. The next day it was the same. On the third day, about where was I? On the third day, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I saw a ship. To my surprise, the ship was English. In the afternoon, a ship. In the afternoon, I saw a ship. To my surprise, the ship was English. I reached the ship about 2 hours later. The captain was very kind. A very kind man. Where are you going? I asked. England, he answered. We are returning from Japan. Everyone on the ship was curious about my story. They didn't believe that the people on Lilliput were so small. You're mad, they said. You're mad. Mad has two different meanings. One, that you're angry, and two, that you're crazy. Let me show you something, I answered. I showed them my little animals. Now they believed me. The journey was very comfortable and we soon arrived home. I made a lot of money with my little animals. I took them to more markets in London. I showed them to people. People paid a lot to see them. Then I sold them for £100. Now I was rich. I stayed with my wife and family and I bought a new house. But I didn't want to stay in England. I wanted to travel. I gave my wife £1,500. I said goodbye to her, my son, and my daughter. We were all very sad. I left England again. The name of my ship was The Adventure. I will tell you all about it, all about my adventures on the adventure in the next chapter. Now, this was our chapter number 2, and in the next video, we're gonna read chapter number 3. Bye, and thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like this channel, and have a great day. Bye.